Hello guys, welcome again to the channel. Today I want to share with you this lucid dreaming course. Lucid dreaming is a very interesting topic and is becoming part of my program to improve my life. I started this program back in December 2021. I have been involved in self-improvement for a long time, since I was 18. But I had some difficult years and I stopped practicing this, so I just recently saw some material from someone in YouTube community which was offering some training for lucid dreaming, but he was giving some basic information, maybe some interesting advice, but overall his course was paid. So I decided to create this course to give people enough information to have lucid dreams. You know, this method is very effective, is very simple, and it has worked for me in the past. And as part of this course, I want to also challenge myself to continue doing it every day, and I will report back and create some videos for interesting developments in this particular topic. So let's get started with this. So what is lucid dreaming? Is the realization of the dream state. So you are able to notice that you're dreaming. So this has some interesting benefits. So what happens is that as part of this realization, you gain or regain some consciousness and you're able to change the course of the storyline. The storyline being what is currently happening in the dream, which sometimes is a little bit arbitrary and follows different psychological purposes for why the storyline is in the way it is, but mostly is unpredictable. And when you are in a dream, you don't feel like you're in control. So that's what happens with lucid dreaming. With lucid dreaming, you become in control of what is going on in the dream, and you can change the direction of what is going on there. And also, the main thing from the point of view of the awareness of the daytime awareness is to have a persistent memory, being able to remember what was done while you were dreaming after waking up. Because of this particular let's say issue here, a lot of people are convinced that they don't dream or they have never dreamt in all their lives, but the reality is that everyone dreams every night. If you're a person who sleeps, you dream. This is absolutely 100% true in all cases. So if you are a person who sleeps, you're dreaming every night, without any exception. This is a natural process, and whatever you're dreaming, it is related to the cultural influence of where you are growing, your experiences as a child, and also your own individual experiences that have separate aspects from culture. And there are some psychological implications of what you're dreaming, including symbology, and symbology is also affected by your own individuality and by culture. So people who were growing up in similar culture will have similar dreams. However, each of them will have a specific kind of dream which will be different from everyone else. So then we have the aspect of different kinds of dreams, including the unpleasant dreams such as nightmares, pleasant dreams or usual dreams, ordinary dreams that everyone has every day. And these are the most common ones. There are also some prophetic dreams, people who have seen future events during their dream and later become a reality in the world, in the physical world. So these are the the main kind of dreams that most people can experience. So this method works in a way backwards. So we will start from the end of the dreaming process, and the dreaming process stops when we wake up. So this is when this method will start. And this method starts with the memory. We are going to fix our memory so we are able to remember our dreams. And this is the method. Yes, after waking up, we will try to stay still after waking up, so don't move. Any sudden or big movements are to be avoided. If you can remain in the same position, you will try to do it, not to move your body at all. This is the general advice. And you are to remain relaxed and try not to fall asleep again. So particularly for me, in my case, what I do is when I wake up, I very calmly will change my position and lie face up, because in this position I have very much difficulty trying to fall asleep. So in this position I can relax, but I'm almost certain that I will not fall asleep. So whatever works for you, if you can avoid falling asleep in the whatever position you're in, try to do it. You know, if you fall asleep again, doesn't matter, you will just need to restart. So after that, then you are going to use a mantra. This mantra is Raum Gaum, and it's a very simple mantra, and you are to pronounce this mantra inside your mind, so you don't need to vocalize it. Actually, maybe it's even better if you don't vocalize it at all. I have never done it, and it really works. And how you pronounce this mantra is like this: Raum, Gaum, Raum, Gaum. So as you see, it's very simple, nothing really complex. And this mantra helps you to bring the memories back. And because you were just dreaming and suddenly wake up, this mantra will help you remember things from your subconscious memory, which subconscious mind, and the memory that is stored there usually is disconnected from the daytime memory, or from our conscious mind, as we call it. So in this state, when we are between sleeping and waking up, the conscious mind can be connected with the subconscious mind, and this is what will help us remember the dreams. So what you're doing is you are relaxed, you're doing the mantra, and then memories start to come. They will come as flashes, sometimes like small images, or you just start to remember a story. And the main thing is to follow the story and try to see the entire timeline of the story, try to see the full story. If you continue to do this, you will seem to realize that there are different stories. Some people call each of the stories a dream on its own. Is open to interpretation. Yes, be aware that there can be more than one story, and they sometimes randomly jump from one point to the other, and sometimes the story changes very dramatically. So just try to follow the story, and again try to avoid falling asleep again, and then you are going to repeat the process until you can remember as much as you possibly can. And sometimes it's very little what you can remember, depending on your practice in this process, but the main thing is to start. So as we progress in the practice, you will start to remember more every day, and this is what we want to accomplish. So even if the first day you only remember a small piece, don't feel discouraged. This is okay. It's just how the process works. And I have here this suggestion that you should use anchors, or key elements, names, places, and usual circumstances to help remembering. And these are basically interesting part about the dream, something that calls your attention. So the main thing is to see the dream and try to see the things that are more unusual, the things that are more interesting, the things that really are different from everything else. And this will help you remember. What we try to do is to transfer somehow, if this helps you understand it, transfer the memories from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. And later, the last step we want to do is record the dreams. So how are you going to record the dreams? You are going to have a dreams diary or journal, and what I suggest you to do is to have a journal, paper journal, electronic journal, whatever helps you. I personally record a voice message. I find it very, very comfortable, very convenient to record a voice message. So I record a voice message, and this is faster. And you can avoid many of the sudden movements that come after just starting to wake up and regaining full consciousness. So you will try to remember everything, record a voice message, and later you can transcribe from the voice message. And one advantage of this is that you can give many more details and more quickly than if you just start writing. This is what I do. This is what I think is a good idea. There are different applications for the phones that can help you to do this, or if you have just a tape recorder or whatever kind of recorder for voice. I personally recommend Telegram or Viber or Signal. Why I recommend this? Because these have some kind of note to yourself feature where you can just record the messages and you don't need to send them to anyone else. They are available in your app, and these apps are available in many platforms, including the phone and also in the desktop. So if you have a personal computer, you can access the same audio in all platforms. And they are free applications, and they don't really store the files or the audio in your phone. So if you were to lose your phone, your notes won't be lost. So this is something very good, and like I said, this is what I do, and you are free to do it as you wish. Another advantage of using a paper notebook or a paper journal is that you have some abilities for drawing. You can draw things from your dreams, so that will be very interesting. Talking about myself, I'm not a very good drawer, so I can use this. It won't be very useful if I draw something. I don't have very good skills for this. And the main thing about the diary is to continue recording your dreams every day, every day, every day. This will just create a positive feedback loop, and the fact that you're recording your dreams over the course of many days, you can do this basically your entire life, and it will be very useful, very, very interesting. The main thing why we're writing the dreams is because we want to be able to observe some repeating patterns. So these repeating patterns will make it easier to continue doing the next steps in the method, in the course that I'm going to mention to you. So having it in paper makes it easy because you have the opportunity to highlight different areas of whatever you are dreaming, and it will be more easy to do this than just going over a voice message. So the positive feedback loop is that the more you record your dreams, the easier it will become to remember dreams in the following days. So this is a very good feature that is self-reinforcing process. So the more you do it, the better you become at it. And here we are going to use the patterns. The patterns is everything that you see in your diary, that repeats itself. So if you start to see some pattern developing or things that appear in your dreams commonly, This is what I will refer to as a pattern. And you will use the reality test together with the pattern to create a habit. This is what we want to do. So you are going to perform reality tests during daytime when you see a detail that is part of a repeating pattern from your dreams. For example, if you see repeatedly cats in your dreams, okay, so this is a pattern that is repeating. Several times you have seen cats in different dreams, in different days. So in the daytime, whenever you see a cat, you're going to perform a reality test. And what this is going to do, if you do this several days, there is even psychology around how to develop habits. Some people say 21 days is necessary to develop a habit. Some people say even 3 months. So there are different opinions about this. Regardless, you're going to continue to do this, and habits start to form early, but only become stronger as time passes by. So a habit can even become to form even after just 1 week of doing this, maybe even sooner than that. So that's what you want to do. You want to create a habit so that this habit will repeat itself when you're dreaming. So going back again to the example, if you were seeing cats during your dream, and then during the daytime, whenever you see a cat, you do a reality test. This reality test, when it becomes a habit, it will repeat when you're dreaming. So this is what we want to do. Create a habit and then see the habit repeating itself when you have the trigger. So the pattern will become the trigger for the reality test. And what is a reality test? There are different kinds of reality tests. I'm just going to mention some of them. One of them will be pulling a finger, counting the numbers of fingers in your hand, trying to push a finger through your palm, just jumping, observing clocks and watches. So what happens is that you know what is the natural behavior or what is the normal or usual daytime behavior of these actions. So when you pull a finger in daytime, nothing special happens. But if you're dreaming and you pull your finger, the finger will stretch like if it was made of some kind of elastic material. If you count the number of fingers in your hand, you know there are 5, but when you're dreaming, sometimes the number of fingers will be higher or smaller than the number of fingers usually present in a human hand. So this will be something unusual, and this is exactly what we want. For example, trying to push a finger through your palm during daytime, nothing will happen, but if you do this when you're dreaming, your finger will actually go through your palm, and you will be able to see that this is a sign that you're no longer in the daytime and you're actually in a dream state. Same for jumping. In the dream, if you jump, probably you will jump very high or you will even start to fly. So these are the reason for this reality test. Observing clocks and watches is the same. Clocks sometimes will have random numbers on them, or they will run counterclockwise instead of going in the normal usual direction clocks run. So this is the reason why you're doing the reality test. The reality test is going to tell you whether you're in a dream state or in daytime. And at first this will seem silly when you're in the daytime doing it, but they are not going to be silly when you're dreaming, and that's when the big result will come from this. Then you will ask yourself some questions. For example, you are to ask yourself, am I dreaming? What is the purpose of this question? The question of am I dreaming is the intention is to raise your awareness, awake your consciousness and bring it back to the present moment. So you start to analyze your person, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through in the moment, and become aware of your place in, let's say, in the universe. So this brings back your consciousness to the present moment, and this will create the desired effect of questioning whether you're dreaming or not. Some other useful questions are, where am I, or why am I here? these questions have again the same purpose that we want, which is raise our awareness, awake our consciousness, bring the consciousness to the present moment, to the present place where we're at, and this will have all the desired effects that we want to achieve. You can also come up with your own reality test, so you can be creative and just decide what works best for you. So what is the result of the reality test? Let's take, for example, the reality test of trying to push your finger through your palm. So you're dreaming and then you push your finger through your palm and the finger goes through. Then you will become surprised. And that's the moment when you realize that you're dreaming. So the effect of the reality test can be somehow maybe scary, surprising. So you are to remain calm, contain your excitement, because overexcitement will usually wake you up. But that's only the start of the process. Once you realize you're dreaming, you can start to explore the world. You need to know that you are safe. Everything that you do in this realm will not hurt you in your body. So whatever you do in this area of the universe or different dimensions, whatever is the case, there are different explanations for this world. They will not have any negative consequences on the physical world. So you can explore and try different things. There are really no limits to what you can do. You can just enjoy your experience and do whatever you want. There are many different things you can do, including flying or other things that most people never experience in their usual. So the final part of the course is this part about stop dreaming. So what I mean with this is that the interesting side effect of lucid dreaming are that it will wake up your consciousness both during your dream time and your daily life. Because during the day you're practicing becoming aware of whether you're dreaming or not, and this produces this very interesting side effect that you're also becoming more aware of your daily life. And this will have some very interesting side effects that you will have much more positive results in your life. You will not become so identified. You will not feel so much a victim of your current circumstances. And as part of your life in your dream state, you can become more productive and more creative. You can write literary creations. You can write poems or anything. You can compose music, create all kinds of art while you're dreaming. And all of these you can bring it back to the physical world, and you can make it materialize all these creations. And this is something that it is argued that a lot of people in the past were doing effectively. You can even do some scientific discoveries. It is legendary that some people made some interesting scientific discoveries while they were dreaming. So it is argued that maybe did these discoveries while they were in a lucid dreaming state, even if it wasn't called like that back in the time. So this is something very good, and since you're doing this consciously, the results can be very spectacular. You can improve your life and really in so many ways develop new skills, acquire knowledge. So you can learn anything you want during your dream state, and because the dream realm has the time works in a different way, you have practically unlimited time to practice all these, and you have a very useful way to use all those hours that you're usually just doing nothing, and you can do something positive for your life. You can learn new languages or basically any skills. You can overcome fears, traumas, insecurities. Is a great way for self-improvement. So that's why I definitively have the best opinion about this particular topic of lucid dreaming. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm going to make it part of a challenge. So I will make some future videos to give feedback of what is my experience. And as always, I ask you to please leave me some comments if you have any questions or anything else in the comment section of the video. Please like the video, share it in social media, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.